Hello everyone, this is Daniel here, and in today's video I wanted to do a full review of the iNeo Next, the newest unit that iNeo has released. Came out recently. I have finally received my device a couple days ago, and the first newest feature about this device is the fingerprint sensor. Since we're on the lock screen, get to show how it works. So about second try, you got to get your finger just exactly to make it work. It's not as good as, some smartphones, but it's good enough. It's cool, it's new. Obviously, if it doesn't really work for you, you could always use the pin or have no passcode at all. So a couple new features that this device has are the hall monitor analog sticks and the hall monitor triggers. So what that means is it is magnet based. So if any of you guys had the Switch before and you have encountered Joy-Con drift, I know it's a pretty common term. You could even get it on your just regular controllers. So what these hall monitor sensors do is prevent that, because they have no parts rubbing together. It's all magnet based, and I is claiming that you're never going to have issues with that. One thing I could possibly foresee in the future, what could happen is that magnets, they do demagnetize over time, so you can run into that issue there. Of course, we're hoping that that's not the case. Another thing, I'm going to be comparing this device mostly to my 4500U that I had before. On my 4500U, I was only able to go maximum up to, I think it was 25 watt TDP. Here in iSpace, I could go up to 32 watts. I'm pretty sure if I was using some external method, I could have went up higher, but iSpace here offers different types and this custom TDP setting. Another thing I wanted to talk about, so you got these two buttons here instead of the, I think it was like 4 buttons before. It's kind of nice and it's kind of not nice at the same time. Well, the nice thing is it looks cleaner and you get to customize these. So as you can see, through iSpace, we could set this to whatever we want. Default comes to either show desktop, or if you hold it, task manager, which, to be honest, are the two most common things you need to use. Show desktop doesn't work, you open up task manager. Another thing, what through iSpace you can do is, let's say if your joysticks start acting weird, you could always click here, I guess, and it shows you how to calibrate that. That's on the previous device as well, but I'm just throwing it out there just for people that don't know, which is kind of cool. Another thing I wanted to talk about, the main issue that I had with the previous device, well, I had a couple of issues. Well, the first one that I encountered was the backlight bleed. When I received the device and I turned it on for the first time and I had a black loading screen, I seen it. And it was just like this white marks all around. And it looked awful. I haven't seen that in a while, because usually, when you spend so much money on a device, you don't see that. You don't encounter that. So I was searching on Reddit, searching everywhere, what the problem is. I thought maybe I had a defective screen or something, but it's apparently was the biggest problem with the device. So I was like, okay, that's fine. I guess we'll have to live with that. This device definitely improved it. So if we were to open up a black image and put into slideshow mode so we can see the main screen, like you can see my reflection, if you look at the edges, you don't see the backlight bleed. All you're probably going to see is just my light reflecting it. But other than that, just true black screen, perfect sealant case, and you don't see that, which, like, really nice. Finally, they, fixed that. Definitely was bugging me. Another thing that I've had issues with was the error, the joystick error. So if you open up on Google, you open up gamepad tester. Oops. What the heck? Sorry about that. So if you open up gamepad tester and you test the circularity of the joysticks, you might get different, scores over all the time. Depends on how fast you do it. Last time I did it, I got a lower score. This time, a little bit bigger. But as you can see, these are very low compared to the original AYANEO, the one I had, the 4500U. That one had an average from 16 to 22% error. That's bad. The lower the number, the better, of course. So they did definitely improve that. I don't know, maybe it's the hall monitor sensors, or maybe it's just the joystick itself. So that's definitely being improved, and I like that. What the higher the number means that you're gonna run into an error of when you're moving up, down, left, right. It might, go sort of to the sides a bit. I know a lot of you want to see how well these hall monitor triggers perform, so I'll open up Forza Horizon 5 and we'll take a look at that. So here we have Forza Horizon 5 running on the AYANEO Next, and these analog triggers, when you press the slow, the card drives slow, the harder you press, the faster the card drives. So that's pretty cool. Definitely makes, racing games a whole lot better to play and more enjoyable. See, like, I'm not even doing a game review, and you can see like 16 watts, we get 60 frames a second. That's already much higher improvement over the original AYANEO that we had before. Here's GTA 5 running on the AYANEO Next. I wanted to show off the new joysticks a little bit. The precision on them is a lot better than on the old one. If you want, you could aim really precise with it. So definitely bigger improvement in this new device for especially for racing games and shooting games. Definitely have more control of it. So definitely just a lot of improvements on this device. In conclusion, I definitely do recommend this device for people that are still wondering which device they should get. If they're waiting on the Steam Deck, the One X Player, or the AYANEO 2021 edition, or maybe the Pro edition, this device scores really high. I can't really say much about the Steam Deck since it's not out and I do not have a review unit. But I know that if you do pre-order the Steam Deck today, probably going to get it next year. So out of the devices on the market right now, this one is probably the best one that you can purchase. And I'm not saying that because I'm sponsored by anybody. I'm not. I'm just a small YouTube channel and just starting off, so I don't really get sponsored by anybody. I'm just doing this based on, personal opinion. And after, taking a look at this device for a couple of days, I think this device definitely is great. You get way better analogs, everything's improved on it. Build quality is superior to the other handheld devices. The feel of it, the controllers themselves, they're all really nice. And, price point wise, it's going to be a little bit more expensive, but I think that, if you're already paying so much money for a device, if you add just a little bit more, you could get this one. And I think, so I definitely do recommend this device. I will be releasing different types of game reviews and comparisons later on. So if you do enjoy my videos, please stay tuned for more. And if you have any more like suggestions and stuff, leave a comment down below. Anyways, thanks guys for watching. Have a good one.